no one will be dinner no could Adrian from Sabacope. Eti dear tribunals here, yeah, legal system, and I say here, court to be a bit me setting up as a specialized court. Go for a boy, minor chronom, small boys. Nipano crano, and Rechia, we shut down more brebia, could be a near Juma Bia, Papa Bia, yeah, politics yet, and not to the dear number and funny idiomatum. Yet none or deal to me, dear Temchi, a winning a banana man, deputy minister. Deputy minister, of course, we be investing in your man, deputy minister, 2 months per not filling stations now were broke handed a Google. And two shares are climbing nipped Mufasu Yin says Sicano to me bore minor chrono, uncle see toilet man the crass, Sicano on Fanco, obey simpa or fast cement bag back one, no, they trap lost 1,000. What take toilet in a swag na ACU a bogu so. Tisano man, oh, yet me ye quine. Nansa pepper tatia fast one a quine injury. Quaquasha and Rechiana, a sotium. Town rules and as a sotium we acquire my year mantem near the other. Because enrich ye quite to 2 ama. Enya 6 months. A quite nina ejrega. Nanti ye to me and one brosy. We are Ghana mean the Ghana, we want us out the animal, a Jumama say yet. Kick back any 10% in tea. Ni aya de na truka panimbu bia na obi na obeka ho asem ti sankrofo mu san de e o se de o ko gina court na ye hwe na kwan bia so o mafa so abu o man kwase na yitimi e ma o so aso e ye hye nti me gidi say yitimi nya specialized court for sa and some phone sa no na mmom no enye kwan bia so keke ti hwe the first say tribunal ya de abaya tribunal sa ye law no e ka ho asem o hwe Article 126 and then other constitutional provisions are the creation of friends saying Article 142, 143, 142, 143 creation of regional tribunals no one na no obi anka say omuni hu kwan na mom the introduction of the district tribunals we know the bana a fresh one ya free system da kra. Regional tribunals na cry all constitution grana enya de ye adwuma
enti se metwase ase ye critibianka enye regional tribunal no wo hodada constitution mo say na make emma system
and
na make say because no na wo constitution no na nka was ye create
and na also wo de ba
okay
na mu say wo de foforo kura e ba enu no na wo hia constitutional amendment on say law bi wo ho na o de ade no a law no kan no de ba de a any problem make your constitution no but the any ho no de ba you need an amendment particularly in a situation a law no expressly obo regional tribunals no more other tribunals oh who you see the remember your friend usually I call it the exclusion rule say law bi anase provision be ebo ade bi din na oyi bi free mu a ana wa mo sa na aka na din a by law no and answer by interpretation no those ones that were not expressly mentioned have been excluded. The constitution no specifically mentioned about regional tribunals no one more district tribunals no what they be ka ho a it requires some amendment to be done and sana what media ba and you know one debater me who say the introduction of the district tribunals no without necessarily creating an amending act of parliament no will make the creation of the district tribunals unconstitutional. Secondly, so we share the tribunals no law no more tribunal no is set up a certain committee be a oversight committee. The creation of such oversight committee no and only the judicial council na constitutional as setting up no and no by combining efforts to manage and to operationalize the establishment of the district tribunals no another way no will make it unconstitutional. Because where the law expressly provides the doing of a thing, it is only that procedure and process that should be followed by law. constitution na the judicial council no the oversight responsibility to oversee all court operations. It is a who could create another committee, another body to, as it were, combine efforts to operationalize sad duty now the judicial committee no without necessarily amending the constitution. That is unconstitutional. You need an amendment of the constitution to be able to bring another body to come and assist the judicial council. That is if you want that to be so. But in this situation, no, tribunal bill and act now it is not an amending act. An amendment to the constitution, a separate act. You cannot use a separate act to amend a constitutional provision. You can only use an amending constitutional act.
Okay.
If you want to specifically amend a provision of the constitutional and trend provisional, you need an amending act. Constitution has been amended severally, but at any point in time, be amend the constitution. You need an amending act to be able to do that.
Are you saying it's unconstitutional?
That is what I'm suggesting.
Okay.
And on any other meaning.
Okay.
To raise some constitutional interpretation. Raise serious constitutional interpretation as to whether or not they're coming into force of the district tribunals no, is constitutional.
Okay.
And then one. And as to whether or not the creation of the oversight committee, which as it were will partner the judicial council in the overseeing the affairs of the operations of the tribunal. So whether that is also constitutional. It is not, because the body mandated by the constitution to oversee the judicial system and the courts in Ghana is the judicial council. That is the only mandate that the only body that has been established by the constitution to do that. But Sahar bill we create a committee, a friend oversight, oversight committee. Sahar committee no be assist the judicial council in doing its work. If you want to do that, you need an amendment of the constitution before you can do that. Creating an ordinary act of parliament to do what an amended constitution.
Democracy so it may jina the nice ye. BBC lawyers and Besha says more raise issues or more so say a woman and yes I was raise with ye. Na yen say the BBC so be ever call Supreme Court to and our
certainly may sure say the minority in parliament, you know, are raising up their boot for Saudi.
Okay.
Clear.
Okay.
Clear say a choir or mofaso ayadian a bit away. Nanka say at the Honorable Attorney General no a little more consultations. Now offshores are we monina. Some other provisions say and also a unconstitutional, but you leave it to the minority say say if they also see what I see now some can was some or meet me
but I say answer na be sorry no enra ne free high court by fa wontumi ansem no minim say lawyers dey mpempini na mo be pese mo benya proceedings ne judgment na watumi read na wo kire wadwen watumi a kire but answer na no your initial comment. My initial comment there on that no yedi kan ha any some other platform say galamsey nsensem a ekoso my Ghana no mu no de tie bia no e say e fa ekwan bia so na ye stop saade no amanfo a enum nsu a amanfo de friend say we omode mercury a omode ehuru gold no omode ahohuru gold na man saa mercury no ma ko nsuom ni nnuane mu ni nsase mama
and then ye don't ye nsase so Ghana ha na fa no akwa ye chemicalizer enam so ma amanfo edi no ewo nkwala mutinu ye mienu ye wo nkwala ma bi mu na mo 9 years 6 ye wo nkwala ma bi no ma ye deformed ne ade ade no e se fa kwan bia so na yetimi tu sa no mana say no there's no debate about that e se nyina o man Ghana no nipa bia odwen nipa ho na o so nyame bia na so hwe say sa esuban tantan e betu ase na ade ba ko a eye we kakra no say chema wutimi case no me de nka o hwe sanye say nyame na nipa suru no a enka sa bi ka fro enka de atono no de enka sa bi ono anasem because don't say papa no oye aduebo o hwe kwan a ono di nipa bi ma faso a na we no akwaya mrasem
me ba because say wunya ade ne nkan ye no ntina me kan say we initial comment wo ehon because say wunya na wo kan judgment ni wie wo hwe proceedings ni ade a then you can make your informed decision and a total onim ewo ho but say o de obi public life bemu ana madwe ayem say we are the motions abem
say ntina me kan nsem ni mi no ntina me kire say wo hwe on the face of it
on the face of it because you are a lawyer
but me law number can when there's a passing comment
on the face of it the one where the emotions
when there just a passing
one that be am can say even yen central for kra no pempi no ya my yen hwe facts of the case na into me and your and dissecting ye na ebasi ye kabia yetumi aka ne ye I expect you a lawyer so betumi aka na once I started from said oye no hono de obi anim say enye nyina yini
unse na menua your friend say asante ana
ya na asante
na o ka say amanfo adwen ne se na ebi mu kura jubility na o ka say from that angle na make we no ansa na maba we na nkasa law we na nkasa so no nti no ka say bi mu jubility nti na me ka say amam uhwe de suban ne ye no mo ne no mo bi okeka ne ade de a ene se ne wa conduct na ho in some of these things there sa na be kwa ko sisa amamfo no bi no ebe ye sa
na ma me ka kire ya asante se eno de wiase ya ewo mu yi bibie ne ho ya street asamunya to nkwa de a wo mo mbe sympathize with you wo mo nso so obi okra no sympathize ba ne trim no na ne de so nti
we me asem we na me ne lawyer no na wo court me several of attendants in court na ya na me sheda kukuti me ni case bi am sheda ko okra kukuti bi na me senior so lawyer appear kubi nso ye me senior ono so na ade no me ne kwa di hu nkomo
okay
na de tie ne say o hwe ade ne nyina ne charge side board no say ode ne mining lease ana say was sublet ne mining lease ede ama obi without ministerial approval na wakwako tu agudie ewo eho asase no so abra minister amma kwan say otimi yesa na under your minerals and mining act no etia mra say yede asase ama se kotu gudo so na won so di asase no be ma obi fufuro abra wani kan ho asem
sa court no ejina so convicted no but o hwe mesmeni apia ku bi edi ho nkomo na ma hwe omo niema omo twro no ebi de mo twro twatro no mo frɛ ne sɛ de mo present ma court no
address
ma hwe bi enra quickly omo me hwe address no bi sha ase di ho nkomo o hwe sɛ de esi koye na yeso ama kwan ama nkrofo akutu galamsey wo na asase eso na se ono de asase ni bia ma obi se onkonkotu galamsey ho na asem no enyina ewo whether se ono de ma no ana se ono na awanfa ama no ho na asem ni nyina ewo apart from that no the count na ye maako be se nsia na court no gina so a wo de convict no nti se utie mu ye na wo hwe a asase no galamsey fo no mo wo so dada at a point in time kra no otwero krata de koma regional security council no so mo nkopam galamsey fo na e wo so no Emma and also so no more edema court no but me nim the because you know ade en kan konkosi the answer so you know be nya kan kosi.
But who share the press conference minority ni be ye fa MPP be ye fa conviction no sentence no ho na the se me fa ne omo e kan na se sa na eti ampa de a ene na chama wutu an avenue to appeal against the judgment of the court.
Yeah.
Who share conviction na chama wutu mi omo charge ne se wodi ne asase e concession ama obi ama ne nipa tu bi ama omo akoye man no so. Chama wutu mi deny sa ade no.
Yes.
Completely.
Yes.
Say onyo fa ho ma obi a.
Yes.
But asem na nipa na kan say yes na tia. The onus then shifts to the accuser.
Yes.
To lead further and better particulars.
Yes.
To substantiate same.
Yes.
So this then the person has not lifted the burden on himself.
Okay.
And then therefore the standard of proof would not have been met.
And again, say nipa no be to me aka say ampa what the whole manua. E na hia documented proof. Here
Documented proof, particularly okay. In this situation now, land.
Okay.
Under the new Land Act, Act 1036 now, it requires says oh the assassin ma ubi aye duma bia aye we are particularly say be about 3 years more. Say the agreement between you and the person out transactions are business no and I say contract no it should be documented. Nti we say no say idea or the man on the idea. Now say a concession no the agreement between Sa Nkrofo no mo kan asem no ne Chama Wuntimi it should have been documented.
Yeah.
And you know me nim say omunya document be had be prove say on the man there but merely using the verbal way no and the circumstantial evidence no to prove say on the homa no will be a little bit problematic in this particular case in a criminal case.
Yeah.
In a civil case no both oral and written agreements no are acceptable and are part of the contractual relations before the court. They are acceptable. In criminal case no say nipa particularly what deny oral agreement no there's a need therefore to lead some further evidence to be able to prove the guilt of the accused person.
Answer now no His Excellency the President admitted say obehwa time also ministers in and the ministers that was January 30th 2025 okay say wa be galamsey bia no ochiwa obeyi wedi and also be me prosecute too and there was a lunch bia and also call so 3 for life that was March 2025 or sign can sem korea but obe admit say on one kasa ne nkrofo ABA yebi yeah and no Oshia organized labor that was 17th March 2026 and we admit say a cut across political divide now Mikotuna was say illegal mining has eaten into the fabric of our society. It has involved a circle of traditional rulers, political party appointees, and everything. I don't want to kid myself that we don't have our own people involved. Nanona nkrofo busa say one kasa same way say nkrofo an kasa binsu yebia. Where are they? Now they na bepim sabre yenhu safo no yen prosecute obia. Omo mo register issue no lawyer no mo nya adwen.
Me no mo ya adwen pa. On say galam say fight na kasa no. Oman we yenye ya adwen say ye be kun. Because say ekro 2 now per say ekro no kwa honorable ye wo kwan ya ye fa so me ekro no ko. Ekro 2 upese kwa ubemia odi aduro be yeso na wahwe se ebre ne bra no be treaty ade nse na be yebetimi akọ na ade na aba no na wonye na wo chese wo faduro nya so umia wonya na hwe mfa nko hospital nko wo pane na za ade no wonye ready so pese ko sa suban bi na ye da na di asoman ye di de se ba nyina anya o madwo se galam sei no o be tu ase because edam be kind of wa say see a person ye tu galam sei ase free o man ga na mu a ye hear one person pe enye 2 3 enye 4 enye 5 ye hear ni pa ba ko pe na sa ni pa no so ne president president the come first over to galamsey and say I just one day pet o gina TV so na wo ka sasa ne se Ghana ne ni Ghana fo nyina wie pet galamsey na se atu medikan kana me say sisu bio say ase tu galamsey Ghana ha da kope kwan ne nie enu anu say ofre ne ministers nyina general ministers other ministers no one ne CEOs ne MMDCs ne one from nyina regional police commanders district police commanders ne party fo nyina no catch no bia organ say a free nepco we vice president utu metese wotu ana minya dance e chese utu galem say vice president mepamo ministers mepamo DCs MDCs mepamo police commander meyi wodi regional commander district commander one obi a we involved bia no e free ne ya make say manu si wie say kim na minya dance say woda so ye galem say ya eno ano mepamo mepamo keke sankofo ya make come asemi o mo na kai say this tribunals dey do mo ko ye chi nipa no ye president ma yiwodi eno police commanders ko ni fi obi ani a che no the next day no gina court by 42 days near the assembly we na okonsa wom and me sin ka galasi na se be tu ti say once na wotu ayira ye say fe ne ye be kasa be ye de na se ni ade o me sin president no ko TV so no nka say wo ye galamse wo ye ne minister wo yi wadi o de o san ko gina court ade chi anopa no ama ye di wasam ne de bia obekokoti be di asam de bia sa akom se be di asam be wi ye di asam wi na e bon pe 20 years 15 years o konsawam na ye mfani pa ba ko mienu nko gum e wo sa no te se de omo so omadi tema wuntumi de ya ogwe na nka ye government appointees be 4 ne so mo life na nka obi akọ 20 years a nka de chi anopa nka ko galamsey side na koresa nka be se entontom kora gina wa DC wo galamsey wo tuntum mo ye nyina di abra Ghana ha ye ko pe minister na say DC ya ye ko so obusuafo ne ahemfu nyina ko tretre echi e ko pie powder wi so bra wa bra ni sika ko tuama assembly members ansa na ye approve no wo galamsey ntom ye nyina di na hwe sense ankofo no nka mbetimi aye adwuma bi wa na wo ye district police commander na ye galamsey wo district eda me husie ye galamsey wo district no wan ka say di kan sack wo ko trefi ansa na maka we are regional minister took them say original one kasa kura you one dey so answer ma bodin e de wako court na hwe say galamsey no ade be chi dana president be kasa abewie no ade chi anopa na galamsey egu me na me kachiro galamsey site bie ni Ghana ha ka be kwa be hu sa no ma be gina ho enti di omo ye no ha say omo ye say omo ka ho asam ne e krokro da dwon.
Two messages na yentoa. So my question is, what's the difference between fast track high court and then the tribunal court? Uncle Joe ewo caprice ena obisa. Ora Sylvester Sari says, going by what lawyer Cressy is saying, is it not enough for Dr. Baumia to make a passing comment or address on the tribunal matter? And then wakasa ho Ora Sylvester Sari wanti. The party must come out stronger and pull the country along. And what I have learned from the English versus Argentina semi-final match and the behavior and attitude of the MPP is that winning a goal or winning the power is meaningless if you lack the ability to guard and protect it. And there goes Chairman Wuntumi, who may not be the only bad boy in illegal mining, even as admitted by the president himself. That's President Mahama. Now say na President Mahama kind.
It has eaten into the fabric of our society, and I must say that it is not only a menace to our society, but it has involved the circle of traditional rulers, political party appointees and everything. And so even when one party changes, those who were running some operation who went to one party will go to the next party and say, oh, and now you have come and take over this operation and let's share, and we too will be getting small. This is what we're doing. And so I don't kid myself that we don't have our own people involved. And the work of the 9 months is not easy. They go to a community, the chiefs, the youth, and everybody come out and resist them. And so I didn't kid myself that we will relent, but we cannot relent. We must continue.
We can't relent, we must continue. That's the President of the Republic of Ghana, Yankaina Yenshen. So this one says, good morning, Ofamufa. Please, today is the birthday of Nana Kwamwa Boateng. Growing younger and healthier, more health, more wealth, let's help celebrate Nana Kwamwa Boateng of Ablekuma Central. Nana Kwamwa Boateng of Ablekuma Central, happy birthday to you. And Yankopon ati wanim busuani nyina se yen celebrate you. Mrs. Sophia Ajo and also wanya 40 years. Happy birthday to you. Nia yedi honkomo ene eye nia koso efa Ghana and afi abakosema yewo edewo Ghana hazi. His Excellency the President no ankasa admit ye say ono ankasa ni nkrofo no ebi
It has eaten into the fabric of our society, and I must say that it is not only a menace to our society, but it has involved the circle of traditional rulers, political party appointees and everything. And so even one party changes, those who were running some operation, who were to one party will go to the next party and say, oh, now that you have come and take over this operation and let's share, and we too will be getting small. This is what we're doing. And so I don't kid myself that we don't have our own people involved. And the work of the 9 months is not easy. They go to a community and the chiefs, the youth, and everybody come out and resist them. And so I didn't kid myself that we will relent, but we cannot relent. We must continue.
107.1 Suni asks the lawyer for me, are they just of shame wound to me or is hatred? Ask him for me, I'm listening. You see, lawyer, Nyabutre mami, the entire mema dwinimono, and yamani be brigana, then queni mono by a day, emotions. Yeah, na yede ekansem na ade enya for years. Yentimi separate nipa no emfiri ade a oye no ho when it comes to making commenter. Ghana that ya badaye nature no eno kan bi na hoho kura so abefa yekure nyina ye oh ade na nya hwe so ho enya hwe niema mi busa mampani se wa kasa won krofo eye bi no mo wo he no ene se kokoba ye na se ya che no ese se dede ba nso ya ye che no ye ntumi nka se dede ba de dede ena oye oba ahima wo krum hanti se ne ba ya ebegu dede animu asinti no ma ye nka ho asem ye hwe na ye deal with asem no ankasa e wo ho ene yi Ghana ha ade ba ko a medicine for a catcher and say one more year galamsey no or how am they brew may no if friasia ho efrobasro ama one can ha wa kurase obia da asaniemu because of mercury esan say nuane ahodo o mo de firi ho ba no mercury ni bi wom e na atoa ye won kan ha na me busa obia say ye be pese obi be galamsey no be nyeska no de be hwe ono ne nabusuafo no be won cars ne fie wa hwe ne ma na ye nsoso a ye penasem no ye yi eti afiri so wo kwan so ana
ye mom ne esayare
ye sika kakra de esayare enti moma ye nyi motions mfrim na ye nhwe se ade na ye no kra so ye ana se wanye yenhwe court proceedings no yenhwe judgment a ebae no na yemusa ye ho se ye yankasa so street so no ade a oye ya na se wanye na ade no no nkwampo na eye si yesu yetu ase de a yentu ase mfamfa ba bia empo se mampani mahama no ankasa ne babi ye bia ense ye sekire no ne yeka enu nti na mede oba hema ebetoto ho no eduru ba bia na yesusu se ha de ye kan bi ebegu ye nimu ase how can mampani admit say or ontime nkede no hono ogiri say ono ankasa ne nkrofo no eyebi but abepem say ye ka say wo mo kra ye raise ye I think say me no mo say nipa no bi kuma say ye raise ye say wo mo yebi no e dia na mampani ye fa ho enti so obi be ka say eye wotan a nipa kro no odika so ho ana say eye nibra nipa kro no odika efri say ye nhye dan hwe asempoten no e wo ho no a ye deal with enhwe say hefo na eye na so oye me bawo oye me nua o oye me busuani o esase ye deal with that person and is ya sa pe be shift from problem na ye person ye solve no e de akọ otan ene anibre ene ye mpenasem emreko a ade na nkasa e wo ho ayese mo wo fie na obi akwada bi di nsemone na papa ro kwa akọ tia no na osusu se wo ho bibi a o ken no a ebe ma wadwen afiri nsemone na odi no so obehu a na wabeto atom fi se ni nua na obebo wa mane no so adi nsemone ye so ken ne die nti no na wabeto atom se time na ono kura na anu no oyese to make sure say wo papa no anye careful a obesueu ama asem no anka se wo ho no wan hwe ya wontumi nka semampani akofa ba no so obe prosecute a yem pushi no na obi e wo mu bia no on prosecute no whereas a appeal e koso na ye sympathize with wontumi na asem na anka se wo ho no de ma ye nyanto wo mfa otan anase nibre anase yempe obi asem no ne ade emfa mem eno ebe mu pe ebe se okun na epese ye kun no
na honorable the asem we mpo na ye kan kwa no eno no emfa galamse hu the ejina so ye convict chairman wontumi ma na 20 years na enye galamse hu to set the record straight no ya convict chairman wontumi say oye galamse chairman wontumi wo license and all the legal requirements to undertake exploration for gold. And to one the okra license ankasa ya man to me say otimi to gold no.
I know almost what the biama will be.
Dear 8 year chairman to me ko je say or no de
almost what de court na establish say
or de assassin no a concession area man so no fan to gold no. Or no mom de assassin biama will be abra wa mo minister amane. Enu nti na okoje 20
asem no ani
asem no
me sure say enu nti na independent ibusa say o tan ana say ni bra me sure
enti enu nti na oko jail omo a ono omo kokko ye ono a omo no court no a judge say odi asasene ma omo no omo mom na bedi adanse tia no ndi omo de yan prosecute omo omo no omo bedi adanse omo a omo se chairman wuntumi di asasene ma omo so omo nkotu galamse no omo ne afoma ankoko ta omo ko adu omo no ye de omo bedi adanse mom etia no se wo na ode ma yen se yen kotu galamse no
okay
nti omo na omo de ne witnesses are omo de prosecute chairman wuntumi a chairman 20 years chairman wuntumi was not prosecuted for galamse dabi di galamse ne de ye nyan koso omo nyanye ho dwuma wo omo nyanye ho dwuma
na obi di asase ema obi se ono nso nya so adwuma na se ejeni wadwuma no kokoye ya eno ye jele no 20 years
say law no the Minerals and Mining Act no act 703 na say ode wasase concession no ema obi so nya so adwuma say okobo minister amane minister prince so ansa na ware ne sa nti wan kobo minister amane no 20 years no
ye pe odada na wasan akoti ahwi
na say me na me kan me de ni chese me ode wa me fazia
nare asante yanko ya nim kakra
mejidi se obi bia ni hono ma de ekoso ewo maymo efa mining hu me ye obi a no matter how safe because meaning say mining enye 100% safe anywhere in the world me support mining if you say me feel that there is enough things up there it was assassin than say you best say anyama the moment chemicals be kwasase so do ABB match say e be basoro a ese nyama de yare e brain ti say they okay but mama can adebi Shakespeare play our try ever about Mark Antony speech or Mawo Caesar Julius Caesar ebuase also friends Romans and countrymen lend me your years. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus have said, told you Caesar was ambitious. If it was so, then it was a grievous fault. And Opewabo president is Onwakasa Enumutum Omanfm His Excellency John Mahama. I say, to me, enye no ho say galamsey and I say illegal mining and cut across and an crofo. Ubi obey money. True. Onyame ewo ntina meka say Mefa Mark Anthony speechy. Yenyina ya wasas we all claim to be men. So let it be. Nempa bone say the wokan the obeya bone no. Yemfa so twensem fatan.
Okay. Say na mampani ekan.
It has eaten into the fabric of our society, and I must say that it is not only a menace to our society, but it has involved the circle of traditional rulers, political party appointees and everything. And so even one party changes, who were running some operation, who were to one party, to the next party and say, oh, and under you have come and take over this operation and let's share, and we too will be getting small. This is what we're doing. And so I don't kid myself that we don't have our own people involved. And the work of the NIMOS is not easy. They go to a community and the chiefs, the youth, and everybody come out and assist them. And so I didn't kid myself that we will night, but we cannot relent. We must continue. It has eaten into the society, and I must say that it is not only a menace to our society, but it has involved the circle of traditional rulers, political party appointees and everything. And so even one party changes, those who were running some operation, who were to one party will go to the next party and say, oh, and now that you have come and take over this operation and let's share, and we too will be getting small. This is what we're doing. And so I don't kid myself that we don't have our own people involved. And the work of the NIMOS is not easy. They go to a community and the chiefs, the youth, and everybody come out and resist them. And so I didn't kid myself that we will night, but we cannot relent. We must continue.
It's not funny. This is very serious statement. Me say ono aya kase bi o ka na seria bam. Me say this time around ambem. Say I wish to see being a voice at the time or campaigning the only for one side I can find illegal mining and what it was doing to our water bodies and what he is saying now. Say what you now we Omanfm now winning say on crofobinum and the natures a deep film my winning say kojo ana joa ana ama enim de ekoso na ahemfo ni bi eye security agencies na ekonomo ba they will bring reports extra or more involved.
Yes,
then it means to say something is wrong. That's all I can say, because it's quite unfortunate so say yen funny eniso oh wakan say nkrofo ye that should not end there.
Ya na Joanna say fan eniso na nka me push sa de yen fan eniso oh ya fan eniso say
you know
oh can say de ade didi agro ya fan eniso say o say ono anim say nkrofo ye mama date o de keka yi na masan born voice no o say second one me chiri mi na ya brana say ne ya na ye no na eduru ho no mo na ya che which means onim de ekoso ne ba bia niam na okọ nyina o ya dan no hunu say
see em fa na niso a me kase e fa na niso anya wo anya mi o ye nyina only the face of this country. It is a security agencies ni nyina ka onim ane ye te ho ne ye hwa ne ye fa na niso ye fa na niso if you are serious and canopa ne ye bo wo pon ye hwe wa ha ye bo ya santepon ye bo adwo amansapon mo na mo ye we ye piki mu nyina ne de moko. But look at what you are doing. It's in America see ye fa na niso no ye fa na niso a you should have moved. What I say, you should have moved, taking action. Say media woman na maso no mu a ene wo kra de so mu a de besi no nim de besi. But look at us. Until yanko ye betumi anu ye ho ne asere.
Two messages na yentoaso. What this judgment means to me is one to me has been used now as the scapegoat, and for me the MPP must learn a serious lesson from all the arrests, persecution and prosecution, and not to only say the future is pregnant. Listening to the reaction from Ghanaians since the judgment was pronounced tells me the Ghanaian of today is not gullible Ghanaian of yesterday. Ghanaians want results and end to impunity. My advice to the MPP: put the legal brains together and appeal the verdicts of the High Court. But one thing is clear to me: the standard has now been set. Henceforth, every galamsey must be arrested, prosecuted, and jailed, be it NPP or NDC. Benedict Ewo Facebook and Odi way by. Already says yeah, I don't agree or I disagree with you on your narration about Wuntumi's jail term. Why didn't the former president, which Wuntumi was part, former government which Wuntumi was part, take him to the court at that time? Because he was part of them. So don't expect the NDC to take Yami to court. Okay, Mate the watcher no I say and one son I can no Koko bad nema me or hene ana or hema
and pay fancy won't to me sentence by connecting say ye said the lawyer can and yen galam say at the end of the year. But it's related. It's in Kabadistan Kabia mefre enyinamuno say net is also fair. Obia fa nkugun kaka obi eni wono ma okọ site bi so koye adwuma but o dem make out ma say aha but sese ko hwe abobo ya de aduane ko ho yeah oh ntina make say it's not about the president telling us say minimum one no ni mo kroma no yenim so act, don't tell me you know what, with all due respect. Well, Emra Suntina make us say, yeah, fan on the face value, ya fan the tran, yeah, oh, other kind of crying and crop for ye be, Ochina, yen yashi. Ochina, yen yashi. So, ya nyere ya mwa, me ya ma, ena mi suom. Aha, se dear, a yema ye, na dachi. Said the Behunu, it's a name and one. Mobenya Sicanevi. Now we see what bush your phone in every area. I feel no one of my black oil line not to Abama. I are for. If you don't know,
Omawi, I did be a Bama Sicabia, the young the consequence no scan. ye two kilometers so say eno kwan so aboya my dollar no stable aboya my nipa no a eku omo yare ni wo how no say kidney problems are tiete say eno de no say na yenye scan
ma ni no be kan say yenye scan o
eno say bibi yenye scan na say makwa me dia eno ye manya mam robbers for no because omo yenye scan
koko ye koko any palm any kube my problem to say the mining
am I a problem
yes and my problem to say the mining am I a problem say obroni na de bia ya accuse no otu gold wa ha then they see ye jama now the new chorus ayeto ye fa mining ma yen crofo say the sika ne betena na brofo no ana foreigners in the sika ne ko at the expense of our health. You don't know your answer.
Say, yeah, can say, and ne, say, we yare wo Ghana has say, a problem. Na, yes, switching your health and social support. But answer, no, Galamsey is an environmental terrorism, and the actors involved must be dealt with as terrorists. As terrorists are treated. If John Mahama makes it seems to us that he's only prosecuting and jailing his political opponent, then the fight against Galamsey menace will be political vengeance every 4 years, depending on who wins the election. You say, Benedict, thanks for your message.
Mining, any communities, history of mining, even the high classifier you can send a safe in any community can be more problem. The beer problem. I will go to South Africa everywhere. Problem our honor. Now say bulldozers, do you need to clear the site and send a work of them? Aya pollution ebano and you fan echo. I mean, ya safe mining wabwasi. Kocha wabwasi krudo. What do they have to show for? Kotakwa ko Pristia. What do they have to show for? You know your safety. Mr. Kenashibeka say a punity. Oh please, let's just go ahead and do all these things. Yanko, now they are the oh, Yami woho. Aya, yes, emotion about this thing so. Ye nipa. Onyanko pomboy no, wama ye conscience. Aye nim papa nim boni. Entina wo ya de anya na wo de see. Entina traffic lights already. Adena ya wuntwem but dan for kraka ba ohweyi
obi anadwen mu kan ka ba
yes naka ye nipa den yeje awasasi so
ne senti na ya na yen kan se wa bodam because kai ba ohu eje ba ohu ne mom nadwen mu ne kan no na edam de o mo dam obi a bodam de
madan man kan tra ko ye ba kwan ye ni twaka kwa mu a oyele tikakra tika no se hwe akokumi bibisa no se offer akoya bobo so yes wow
omo dam na dwi ne kan
saade we ntina mrem no se obi eye ade bi na ebroso na ye hwe na ade na ye hu saade no emu ewre ma ye request se ye kwa medical examination
yes susu na dwi mu aka
na saade we ntina mrem ye si obia medical no obia mat
wa adwi mu how kakra yes
oh ade no because na saade we ntina edambo no ye emrem no obi ye say obi kura wo dama no wadwe mu ha wo kakra kra no a emra no ma ne kwan ma to some extent no otimi eya agreement because of saade we adwe no timi ba on kakra na call off na ba on kakra enti etimi o sign agreement na say bia wo be ka che say no wabodam ti ade no unnim ne wo sign ne ade ade a ye timi bisa say wo sign ade no within your lucid moment ana
okay
lucid moment near time na ade no adwen no timi call on ba off no that on na say na
no now we show ba no boss we talk ama no sabre na o fire na
ti say wo sign agreement bi ana wo ye will bi na nipa na be ka say nipa na adwen kura na nhyeda nye papa nti woni ma ade a wo sign ya ye hwe say ataba na nipa na adwen nye papa no na within sa lucid moment na
okay
ana obi ku nipa
moment when na lucid moment
time a otimi ba on kakra no tamwa otimi ba on so obi obodam anasa na adwe mu kano badakro be kodo bo so wodi na ase ne ho aba ho so ase afi wo hwe no ma na saa time no adwene na ba correct kakra this obi ku obi ye de ba correct na the defense na ne say no wa bodam a ye koma ye koye medical examination ye hwe say saa time na wa bodam no na ye abra na ade na nkasa edambo no wo ho no ana sa na ye abra na nipa no
ansa na wo be ko no ye memu ha beba health and social supporter say na wo hu no in terms of your society no and your health to say mental health bi abafie no ne ade obi go into stress or go into emotions abroso there are other terms ya na ekwan ayen ye fa so handle e wo Ghana ha your society no your church afi ebusua no community ayewom court no and afi hospitals ya na wo hu ni say
yeah, na very poor. In one word, no, very poor. She minim boy be a lawyer madam for na isusa no a.
Oh man.
Na mama no ye ko mama no fie kra mama no nkola timi pie wa mama tikwa timi wiye aduane ko no mama ye di ni ade ave be nyi kakra yi ewua ye se mama no na adwemu e ka no. Ni ono akasa ne makura na emfi mama no. Mama na dwene mu ka no a wonya problem saa no esenka mo hwe no man attention na omode akrokro ne we ni ade no abekọ na ya atendidie na kasa no ne tete no ne ade yesi e kase mama fu bibre ni papa fu bibre o wa enam so manyini abroso na mo mfie ne ko adam ti no mo ne ye na baba yese akola bi nkola no ama papa no sabi be no oja no hu guru hu dwonso no ho eye no mabi mu sabi ka fra ye atanta de sa ye tuo mu nyina sabram ye ja o mo sabe ko na ni pay na chese aho chese sa nipa no enya hu se adwene problem kakra pe ya pamlesi abontin even if you na jakwade na ye pro de aka nyina no na nipa na enna na aho kire saa oh my god na mu de so bi ko problem bi ete sa pa de a ye fa na nye hwe ye tese ye minimal kra very poor
we aka say na social welfare no ma ka so ma bra bot say no ma ko ma social support
ami ahin no de ma
very unfortunate say sane ma we ko si ko ma mu de no very well. And said they're not lawyer can. Yenina obia or one form of mental issue and now said or how be a one problem. But a minty and a man 2000 president before a bar power a day national health insurance a bar said at least a bet to me ama yakunya ama yaribia and I said be a shebe bino was seeking advice a would be a or how at a ever draw me a busiano enya. It's then obey a farm. Unfortunately, I am not politics in the way any amount of promoting. Aircon now, you call one step forward, nay about two step back. Health, a key for the development. Sir, on my number 2.9 Omanfm in area. I to say, you see, I am near the Kosaya. And I had the Kawai of and for so be anything. And there are so many forms, sir. Omo I go into health and say prevention no sin say we be try e be si say we manage prevention no dey anopa bi amoye walk exercise one key thing is to establish say who you be amoye exercise pa or health issues health bills
the best exercise and so brisk walking
good when him say anopa na meet Italy obesity the second in Europe obesity eye kesi your abroso because of the way we eat your lifestyle niema ye nom de ye di aye te say emfa obi am
yare no de we den even omo ye work na kra no sometimes ebeba na eba miaya hodo a ye de aye busua eye o nuclear family a extended family no afi baby a we adwuma o group bi a an entertainment group ebi a cafe club bi social clubs sorry a wokɔ onamfo a wonde wo enam ya na support a yɛde ma saafo no ɛte sɛ support a yɛnya free saafo no ho no ya na ɛte sɛ ansakora na health insurance ne aban nsɛm yi atumi abam sɛ wobɛhwɛ aka ne tete no na e society ne yɛntu kwan no na e social setting no ɛyɛ kama sɛ pani kwa mensa na nyame na domama ne koku sika ba wasi 10 bedrooms ne mai obia tibim enti akora benyia ma sɛ ne yire kora na afiri mu a ana ne kuru na afiri mu a enkwada no because omo ofi enti no omo support no ye no aduane a yebema no bi adi osori a wo mo no omo bebo nkomo yare bi na achina na adwa obi a obebo na wane but ene certain no asesa enkwada no 18 19 20 na no omo efiri mu even ye busua kora na ye wo te se akwa na nanom abusua so ho ofo memoachi ene oran cancer akwa na nanom abusua gradually say abusua no no so emu tete because of urbanization and modernity enti ebra ye social setting na esesa no na sa support a yede ma ya eye social support a yede ma e wo health no na no so esesa enti se one place wo hu yi a one hwe ye be drubrebe no wo ho ebe kire bibi kura to no o physical recovery hwan na eso mu se nkwada no mewa hwan e na eso mu na se nkwada no kura nso benwa adwuma semunti hwan na eso mu enti eka ho bi na enkwa tenten na wo ho sabre no sesei ba fom me nsusie mo san se eduro no ye de ebeboa but society no ene nipa ho keka ye de ebe support no eye key eba recovery o physical recovery no wono ma obenye omo ne omo bedi nkomo wono ma ebia upensuo kura ebe sabidi ama wo wono ma ebia ombeboa wo mpaibom ene enso no dodo no a ye kɔ no emotional support a e wo se nipa nya no dabi ni ayehia eye the more cash a obetumi e de aba enti ye certain no me de ne hu ne se esesa na ye di nkomo we ama obi ani aba ne ho so na wa position hu yie e bi se wa hwe ni ye a ebeduru brebe no ebe wasem foforo emema no kora de ya na ahomete ya o enkoda nya 18 20 25 na wa scholarship ama abofra no okọ UK ana obi abeware no de ne kọ Canada afei owo ya o ebema owo Canada ho no mu a na ebia na ire na ate ase ye mefa ne maame oyo ba dia na chese straight away ye ba be fa ne maame no e de na kọ na ka wo be ma no ewo Ghana ha sei enti sika kura na nke de ba ma mu didi kakra akra no ze maame na akwa akodi onti no utra anye yi kura ya ema afei na ka nko a enti se ba se o health a deteriorate a o social support ho asem no na ekwa akoya asem foforo na menim se enkrofo ani ahya ase eba o ho ewo sa asemi eho a ya sante yanko yanim
na meka no na mehwe said the ubabo ho ban eno na ntina na meka work ne sanema no but let me go straight to the work no aya nkrofo e the Chinese e the Japanese lifestyle example our near my health issues. The reason is onipa bia no your identity. If you leave and as a lose identity, you are finished. To say they are not working, yet now your compound house. Obi no aduane, yetumi kodi do o. Kosia do bi afie, call Letitia Kuba fee, Nanaje my fee didi, Ubinka Ubishi, Mofrano Abba Tini Yamasdena. Enkane say na wo hu abrewa bi na eso okọ ba bia na okwan na de akwasi wo yin na osunu na wokọ last the week before the Sunday me name sister Peniko sorry ye ba no na mama abrewa bi nam kwa ho boko be ye na obekọ be no less than 85 years
yeah
boko akọ ye me sister kan say ye no ho a akabofra bi asonu mu wo mu sese enkane no said they wokan na enye se mame ne beko abruchiri ema papa na tena ma ne ho akire na omumienu no papa ne kura twimi ka so oh we say kwadwo baba bedi akwa wo menchenti no obetumi akọ na wakohwe omo kakra na waba ono kura wo no tumi ka kire se mpacho mo papa se ne ho ye yo ntie se mekọ na mesa akohwe no ba ene no Oman greediness, selfishness, doctrine, ahuro, abewura yemu, wuhu mami nua se oye saman, wuhu obiswe ni bi se ono kra de se wo kọ Kumasi akache se wo konkran, wo enyinam na wo Kumasi a, ka se wo konkran, so na refi se wo dodge no nu so sunsun ni a wo hu ba bi a wo kọ. Won entinyema bebre na factor na akofasa niema we dia bre. We live in a society now. Enya na nsen kakra mu a abrewa bi abaifo wunyi bebre na ti ono ma me de ja wo be yesem no if you say we do age bi no niema bi okeka no aya na ese ensi so presume say mo ide otise enti no until say yen akasa as people ye be who we are and live because Japanese brewa na kokora no o hwa e bi onam park bi onam so okoba nkrofo wo no hu wo hu yenye hai entisa walkways wrong wo beti ahwe na wo pa wo ahode pukra no walkway park be na wo kofa so
esro ha dey president for time o onyas and so ade hunu pass wo ye walkway eto ho a nkrofo befu
no
e omo eko aburi soro ho no
de aka no etisen enti niema bebre ho no mo a ako atia ye way of life because we open the door so much everything came in enti ya adopt bibia say no oh say there o yere na wo ma ene wabusua we any say we just no it's wrong
enti unya nguye no obusa say na we no waye
wonem oh obi bisa ne kum say we japa de himfa na wo can you believe that
well no waye
so enti sane ma we nyina no akwatia ye make I real life obi ka kire na yere frɛ ofrɛ fi na yere fa phone na niku no oni na nuanom nyina ne ni ho nti no waka kire na yere sɛ me ye offer ana sɛ BBC ofrɛ na waka ka sɛ ni nuaba na osi ni oni nuaba ni nuanom nyina wu what okofie no na yebisa ne sɛ sawo ene nyame ato nsafro na dawa ye ka kire oyere kra so omegina okra no obeka susuru ye nuama no na ye ba behwe. That was big statement. Koi no catch me say efine enye biu. Oh enti ye lose your identity and ama we nyina eba yen so. Your identity lose the way you even ye didi. The way you live your life. Ye be bia asesa ukruma. We think say wafaka wakosi mofra o school and na a luxury, a life, a real meaning say you are successful. But we were walking. Nanse me ko takrade. Hwe obi a onim takrade baby a crash station wo. Ene baby a GSTS wo. Those days ye nante efi aho ana me akọ GSTS. Na me brother was seko. Na me akọ ye akọ hwe no. Secondary college.
Secondary ana.
Secondary college. Now so no enye all site no na wo never base bi ene GSTS hye wo. And so na ne obekodon ka gina ho moto gina ho ayefo akọ. Our way of life has changed.
Enu ti na wo se onipa ni ban ho so na wo so wa adjust so ho wa adjust bre bi na beta bi san komo yi God se kane no ya na ye tibo mu ni nti no say asante na nyame na do no osi fi a osi 10 bedrooms cause nkwala no ye 10 obi ade baako eduru baby no na afi osi 10 bedrooms na beka won kwa ewom mfa me kan no penifo no be break change your style of ekwan o mo fa so asi wo madan me aminu ya apia me chia wo minim so otie anope wo se ya wo aboa me papa wa na soro ho no na adwi nyina ne se enkwada no ehwa na ohia ase soro no wo ya na apartment wo ya dan no e wo soro ene ase obeya wadwen se o se first na esi edan akese enne ikura no ya na nipa ni bia ni mom ho so be hu ano no wasi ni kakraka afi be wi ase no obi anim na no se o tizan president go for cancer ni ma no obi anyi o nyina akọ ejuba kọ no oluma fi ho no kakra so ho omo e support no e na e wo ho very big compound kanene sa na yefie ene ade ete enne society na sesa from e ho enti ukosi no 6 bedrooms, 7 bedrooms, 8 bedrooms. Na so wanya no kwan a obetumi afa so de bia man krofo han na wo de adidi won kokora bremu a menua ebewi ase no nkwa na obetefio maintenance kora wontumi nye because nkwala no ko
ye no kra won but ni nyina no won ye nuanom asantefo no eda so ye ebi se obekukuma sifie bia mu no obenya abrewa kokora bi I'm a friend for one. Most houses are mako e wukumasi nyina. Oh, wo ba wa kochi na asai na yakọ. Hey, woni na wan ni yese na chamba. Hey, ena sese wa ye pani sei. Mo ho ye, aya mo hwe mo si mo kwa sori o na ekọ.
Yen ka se ni nkokora ne mpanimfo no wo.
No, me pacho, the make na say. Dia wo kana na make.
Okay.
Aka bia President Kufo say ka ebi owie no. Omo de am sa pejafia na ase bibi apejafie
yes
obako me ko apejafie president kra e wo ho no e bia kontina wo ko bako no ha ade bia there will be people going there onu kra no onya kwan ehu no kwa no ye koba no e emotional support so enye e bia me power na me pe bibi ma me ko president won ko jempa bo na no there are ordinary people and na wo ho opako yenkro mu enkrase ne na yese krase ni bebia obako papa pani bi o wa branch bi a te sa no pay wa ko kan graphic akota ni nche na namufa enra de yese mine ye de obi atumu yese sa ene se ne bebo boss ankomo na support ni bi no but ye na ye adjust na yes san your lifestyle no ye ja to say ye build homes for the aged ebi ni ho enema be supporting aged no eni ho once you are copying something from others na say I dilute your way of life no ye ntumi adjust here ye be make room for and penny for so okay so woman no kokora na say ya wo ba bia ba kotena ana so be yesin entisa etimi momu de prevention e key e mami say wo say no. You can look for the money. You can have the money. But it takes people. It takes more than money. And now, Ubenya sa supporting. Sikan de betumi the Crawford nurses aba wonchen. But nipa bi on mo ba wonchen no no di koma. Ohun beduru. I quite remember me madam for pa me no CC. I didn't know na me uncle bi kotena wa. Minim da ansa na ye be your friends. Me uncle Mr. Nyante. Yes, you are from Kokwanansi. We koja we kwanya. Na we abeja we kwan we koja sa na it is some exercise they lived long oh nti ye wo say no ordinary people be a wumbu no yes oh papa we nadamfo ne president Kufo nadamfo ne president Mahama nadamfo ne Nanado nadamfo ne vice president Dana Jane unwe bia obefa say ordinary person but support or the man onu na ebo nukro mu komo onu na oh mame fa we ma o mame nyesen ona oh me kwabo yo ayaji we ma wo mofra no fefefe e de ye ti ho ya nye ni sa na ye jai say abeifo dividing us mesre ye papa no asofo bi no so sa ene nkane wase pe wasema e na oche obra wo ngo enwa ene ne ema bi ene wo de komo bi anointing you down why you begu so ni mpabo ye kotogu won ya ma ye divide yen we ye before osewa we ye ensem basa na ye de tie busuam
NNT 107.1 so ni high Omanfm So family and friends are very key when it comes to your health and then social support. Sanso so and na wanya yonkofa within your community a team no the chips compound be na ewo na clinic bi na ewo a ene wo munya yonkofa sebe yon betumi a supporto prayer groups welfare teams ahodo a ewo Ghana ha no enyu fan free mu titiri faith groups ahodo no churches no enyu ho emfa emfree mu afi so wo san wo groups ahodo bi ho no ma na diabetes for be hypertension be cancer be mental health group na eno so opesa odwane bia etrobo ha NGOs bi obetumi adwane gym bi anase hobby professional group bi eno so be support to health ene enema hodo a ekoso ewo wabrabo mu afi brano so obebo modern se one doctor bi be honest na watumi aka wasem akire no aboa emotionally enema nyina tumi akoyi ede amam ma yenhwe we so emfa entoa so also for do says yeah, majority of the problem today should be put at the doorsteps of we the pastors. When we were young, we eat from the same bowl, do everything together, but the influx of churches today has changed everything. Although we say, so pastors will tell their church members who has money not to visit their family or cater for their parents because they are witches and wizards and other things that will create confusion between brothers and sisters. You are not far from the truth. Also for you to say, no correct meaning. You might be company be a me tikeke. Also for na fakwan bi so atumi achim company wura no na adwene ama the old ye crowd be man watoka ama no just what the new akra na abeye say adwuma no de chese ne yakoso wo adwuma no nyina ne say wa anyiro ho a abayifo enti se nyame amoa na se kwa de bibi esi adwuma na pampam ho de ane na chese saa da no sofo na dipa o twam no hu se kwa de bi na sisro ne de a ene anadwo no abayifo no ba ayire wo so enti no obehia sika o de ebe
be da bia meka yakopon telephone line abayiwa bi anti so be catch say cannot be reached at anywhere anytime any point frenyame catch him obejeoso. Yes, you may have godfathers, but sadie na ekono emboyen obi kan story bi chere me enya story ade a esi wokruma no asase hu ana obi ko ka chere ne sofo bi se obi je masase nti bo amempa bo na bla 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 sofo jeje ne ma obeye yi nyina akoya ya still asase yemfa one day no yes ne meko police station akọ report okoya sofo ni nyina report asase so no so ya je na asase asofo ye ton folder water ne ne mama wo sayare nyina omo yare ko ayaresa koja ayaresa adana kono de onum ne di ne bi. Please wise up onyame wahwe osoma de pachi ukra no eye miracle said they no pa make catch. He has a purpose for everyone. Just believe, just trust the process. Night bobra esefata na unshira baso esan de wo yenye nti na wo kofo bi so sonko bompa ma. Yes, that's it. Eye osi enko asori ke yakọ asori na kodo biako ye eba yentem. They said ye yakọ no kra na etitim. Oko ware kra na akọ asori bi kra wan ya ware no kra ye nchira so ma. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Please, mommy nyai, we have a way of life. Near tina ho ema ye nije. Wahu ye bibi enim ne enim say grigri be no na ke ba beboa ama a revive niema say na mo anso ebinu mo ma agenda. Look at us. Aye mu atititititita aden. We have a way of life. We need to continue, or we need to go back to our roots. Kwanya ne efa so etina ewo kruma no adan odifun kasa no kro kofa ba kra wagya woko na mo sori amo ha ya dwen ko nyinem odifun that mo said the why. See me the and odachi, you see the end justifies the means. Odachi starting no obra your way of life no, and then the baby tell me the basi ewie no. It is said they are walking no. Start na plan for the end. Anyone some but yeah, the who bet to me, God will take care of the rest. So when you again, you don't exercise, you just eat, drink, yeah, the who pay bia and akosia cartoon ya wahi. Everywhere, men can be everywhere. No. Just a basa, ne toffee or ni chingam, yogurt.
Yeah, commercial break about
yeah, now no near way and I
yeah, buy it everywhere in the beba. By a night for commercial break. Oruma boy and pay yeah phone crap to about Soul Health and Wellness Center, aka Ohineba Center, Sanso so and a cities and habitat my baby at na kingdom in Dupa or the Abedra so aya hospital. You call na ya check ya pomuden honsem Franco Trading Enterprise eba phones and accessories God Links Company Limited or more aya dom yebua mwanya sase anase wanya uka wato ana waton wache natural health center wani ene yo ya odebeba na yetu ase e de amount eba malaria nso a time herbal mixture omo nso aye adoma no pese nmakui ye dan ye ho afo nkrato ye ba ne aka no ye de beto aso. Good morning.
Shaping the nation. Oman.
Madam Secretary, na the one koduma.
And then masle kwan.
Okay.
Me ko Soul Health and Wellness Center, aka Ohineba Center. Men so me pese me nyini che.
And the person we need champa every say. Facility ya wo Ohineba Center. Natural medicine and what say yare. Ohon ko and na wo pe 100% organic health products nso a wo benya biato. Ebi no organic seeds, organic nuts, organic cooking oils, organic drinks, organic tea ahoro, organic soap ahoro, organic honey. Just everything organic. Ohineba Center and Abenyano.
Soul Health and Wellness Center, aka Ohineba Center.
Man, natural preventive health education. And when so Ohineba, we natural medicine researcher or Nuankasa and Woho. That's what show ya nese and natural medicine as someone. One name medical doctors a kuku damwa. We juma our orthodox medical centers in the hospitals like Semu, Ewon Kutamudi, and one said, Wakanfu ama warm no so ashawu. Na Soul Health and Wellness Center, aka Ohineba Center. Juma Sunday to Friday. Friday and Sunday pay and we juma free 12 noon. And now can we juma free 8 a.m. Ohineba Center, Action Progressive Institute, and St. Peter's Lutheran School, and Fifiwa, Medina Estate. BBN Frewon 0302 983 045 and 0302 983 051.
Shouldn't be as a sarcasm. A young one, I will now, yes, I can't do a beyond. I'm saying I'm on for a piece of wood by the or the car or something. God links, and I said, dear, I want to any podcast. Now, the boss of the phone call. I hope I'm telling you, some way. I could say, can't be so this will car or my young godless na se minim se ensase no wotonton a obi a wopaso oto asase ko obenye biato na wo mo so a wopaso oto won sase e de ko mo muton ma wo mo how bi ani hu uni na no pa na so madwa hoti na se oto asase fi godless a uni wo how bia na so bi so pefia to a onko wo mo nso wo fi a wo ton a fa koma wo mo na wo mo ton ma wo obi wako twadie godless ana woni na japade akoma godless atoa bridge no fan double 6971 and 0595 299226
Accra yewo avino ye ben avino food bridge no ana satinka TV flyer 0536 343 999
ya de o mam je mo aseme adana no pe wo pie me so sa
Jama, madam food na no watch no ameba be pem wo wo yo.
Wo kire bai.
Wonya ni yade na eyama na wade akura agu. Sese wontimi nya ko. Onama na opimpim nipa. Ohun ade yi.
Oh, we dia banchike kura. Me kan ho ko fa no bra. Na me fam nko Boatin Natural Health Center. Asefo Dr. Boatin sua ni ho America mem. Boatin Natural Health Center. Ani ho asbia ma chira ya me hu bi Boatin Natural Health Center. Ebi ne yade afa glaucoma no eni aduro enya no koda. Say glaucoma na cataract ayeta. Onfa duro bi engu so onso waduro bi a. Obanum aduro no. Aduro no obayi dipadua no mu adwuma ma. Otade a na ya mienu miensa. Ya broni fa no double vision. Oye ho adwuma pa. Afa to da bia no nipa ni ayesa de ya sa nwea bi egu so no. Na ni ya ne ya na produce yo. Na ni aye kokokokoko. Eno ni yade ni bi no no. Eni yade ni bi sade wa chire wo hunu. Ebi so ben no wo hunu. Ya broni fa ni region. Wani ahunhunu no how can say pa na ya Boatin Natural Health Center obi mfa ni yade enkoho enkasa me ko ya anye yie kuma se owo so amazi edwa no owo so me post office ho no anomanye nkwata na mechire be kwa so total filling station wo ho no fanso wo ho pe Petiman Pentecost Johnson ena nkran so owo la pa ni access bank de di hwani mu number 3 ni
594 994 552
Say Ebano electrical appliances baby baako pe na obinya de papa na ne buof Franco smart TVs every 32 edicosi 100 inches dishes, washing machines, blenders, microwaves, kettles, any crystal air, never phones, any accessories. Abi you know that Franco number 1 Buru Franco shop beer benwo nekwajo friends.
For how be am road ya and you was so do any chum e wo Aya Herbal Hospital wo Accra Roofing Tiles Junction Kwabenya CP o so oni omudi nkita ho bia from 546 100 100 Aya Herbal Hospital e wo Facebook Instagram and TikTok www.ayaherbal.com obetimi ni omadi nkobo wo ho Aya Herbal Hospital was healing the world. Aya Herbal Hospital. What probably last stop?
The king is done.
Akusia. Irami wa hawa. Waba. Mabo. Mbibi hame. Sensi idea. Untumi asase ana efie. Oh baby papa. Oh, Mira, where and Sassini a fear boost our new Accra City. Midam to me power hala biao. When you wahala some a mega city project na FE na baby one our pristine site. In 2% say, meet me to Assassi and na efie our new Accra City Hall. Hane, Mira, a cities and habitats. One more and a rent. Ayomadia akusia we dia ya sempa ira hwe unim se opo baby omowa ho wo offices no ebe Porters City near Choprampram from 0577911101 and that's 0555530300 website www.newaccra.city.
Cities and habitats, rent to own, shaping Ghana's urban future.
Eura, me pacho bra na me hwa de wo bag ni.
Bra,
aden enen so biem
hey time heba me hye ya me ka say yi ba akun ani wayi me ensen
bra sanya time heba me hye esi agye me ni me fiefo enya dia ba ako ebeso yen
we dia wudi se ofa ni nyina
time heba me hye me ka say me di one dance ya heaven ene de mekwa akopie enti se malaria we draw ne time heba mixture
enya enunku die nanum ato a wontimi anidie no time heba mixture duro no ene ye ma oba a wonfa entimi num ede wo atridie malaria ibi ansa se o time heba mixture enu dudu atu a fo ani kire KNG Herbal Center ewo Imrom Abidjan House ana ba akoso wo atonso Monaco Junction
eno echi obenya bi atowo over the counter medicine sellers ene herbal shop dodo na emu
Fre 0244 417669
Kayo set time no TIME time herbal mixture afi malaria fever bi adani ziba ewo munu betu akọ
FDA agi adwade nkratoa yi atum
Fedro nisi o baby am friend me mfa. Se wonya sunsun so boni bia Fedro yi ho, but healthcare provider amane ana FDA o med safety app ne so.
Shaping the nation, what wants it went on? Hey, oh my. Shaping the nation, what wants it went on? Hey, oh my. Shaping the nation, what wants it went on? Hey, oh my.
Yena Mwase 107.1 Suni. On Facebook, here are a few messages for her. Meshe Edia Mamo Mensa Saba, North Central MPP Media Patriot. And he says, the unfortunate that has fallen Chairman Woon to me is deeply concerning. From my perspective, this appears to be a politically motivated sentence rather than a fair and impartial application of justice. You see, Bismarck Brakon says, "Want to me will be back." This is called political prosecution. While their ministers and their MMDCs are actively involved, he's jailing the opposition. NDC will never be in power forever. Greetings to my father, Kwejo Brakon, Teman Oyarfa, Ena Odekan, teacher Kujo Ewotepa, Enyine Suso. This is not how justice works or is supposed to feel. I am asking myself this morning how the current government or any well-meaning Ghanaian can call this verdict of Woon to me just and fair after the cancellation or the removal of similar cases against its appointees. Okay, Mamsu Yanawasi. Kwame Fusu says, Kwame Fusu Achoma Boko Abotan Sokumasi. Okay. Thank God for another beautiful Tuesday morning. Though I'm sad about Woon to me conviction, but that is the way Ghana should go and should cut across. It shouldn't be you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Okay, now I see. You do everything possible to steal from the state coffers and pump it into various banks. And when you are jailed, your wife will enjoy the money with Elgar Shamaba. You sent in this one. Felix Opon says, Chema to me, the battle still is the Lord's. Okay, or that's it. Rob or say Isaac, it's true. Read Proverbs 23:6-7, Matthew 10:36, 2 Corinthians 10:3-5, Ephesians 6:10-18. The battle still is the Lord's and is an unseen battle. You added, Maonso Yena Wase, say Odiwe Ede Abba. Ode Watema, if the law is the law today, there will be it should be the same law tomorrow. The NDC should remember this in the coming future. Ministers took double salaries in this country under President Mahama administration, but they were all for giving freely. MPP next administration will be very interesting. God will keep you safe, Chema Wuntumi. My regards to incoming Greater Accra Women Organizer Hufo Nana Eisen. Odoi Tema Odoi Yada Batia no message na pa sana ode abre yen. So is the current economic hardship, increased electricity and water bills, fuel prices, a priority for the NDC-led Mahama government? Okay, Same Buachi was Saman Kese. Same, I'm really sad since yesterday after hearing Chema Wuntumi conviction by the Accra High Court. There's nowhere the court said Wuntumi was doing galamsey. So why the 20 years? This is persecution, not prosecution. Nishraba Nelka na ote we by minia mawonso na was ye pewa kwan bi e be fa so e benya no e benya ye say ya mo asase na asase ne so de bi ba mu obi a aye adwuma mother Ghana but oyima ya na trebo onso ho ade na nkasa ye pe wo mu no a ye say ye mra no lawyers no timi fa kwati kwan bi so a block all the loopholes no ediba bi a edibe nya wa ye say ye be kwa ko hunahuna wo mo ye ayi ni wo so no no mo abedi adanse ati ase anwo no de ma ye ampa so ade no ma ye ne si so o mu gina so so o mo ye na mfa ye chi o mo so o mo ye eti ase kachi na wo ade na de ma o se fa go 2 mine no e na wo wa chiche e na ade ama nkrofo se wa ye hwe odada na anu asem bi na aka ye no na anu asem bi na si ye no
unim se we se ye tebo minimum
na omo the motions abamu asem bi atwam enka ho yakofaba
si ye pene ye yiwe fidie fidie no na ye de yiwe
na wa ankasa ofie nso unim se bi no ho a omo so no
enu enhu ebo nyu ne ma bi so
se contest ya mu ko so na o kasa dodo
na du ya yikura mu ye elections ikra nsem
dio na also crowd or contest as a fever obi say na sentire
as a unkwano ye there as ye be bibia ma na kwa ma
as a dey fever tino
intimacy ni penti ni ntina di
ye o de nsa afani tri ho
yes
tino obi e wa ye gosi no obi nso dwen by election or no prepare no akon na no asante achim no of ni ya mu an ma hu se krofo lazy omo boot
sa na no mete se parliament ka say omo by election nkoso ansa
omo so omo twan
ansa ansa ni means say ye twen
e bia ye te wa na 4 years na abeso
na omo na just omo ni member of parliament
say omo control
emrane kasen wo hu we have to
emrane so o resign ana say bi o yare wontimi nya adwuma ana so wawu
na say ya chi no
ana say ya convict no
okay
he's
not being convicted
he's not guilty until proven guilty
yes
you know ya try ti osu be back at them so me you na ya nkwa ye by election bia na person be by election ye no na ye na mu yi
eti munye sika no am ntimi monkwa mu de enye yi on
say
ana ntimi fa nhye akire wo ba bi na munye ne boko
da bi je ye ni girls ni hia na ya che girls ne ba ko na so no nso ko no oba ozisika we di
ona bu nim say oba nya sika di ye pass obi hu say o sika
na sa dwun boni wo mutiri mu
se de wu
na wana ka to say sika na esa
se de wu
o cha oba nya sika edi
to be hu na say
say mema no de mema ni ye ngina say man person mo ko challenge bia o cha na first ye ka so ba o ska un say
we dey born abosu mo ko jare kra na born abosu
mo do we be dey say obi
so say me ka say bi so na me ma mi e kan ska na me ko bi ska un say ba no
pia so ne ko to pa na e ma hu kra
ana me so bi pia ko echi
e we do be ya ma wa
e bi sa me say bi hu ska bi am say so su di sika say fa pa say chi bi so na pa na si sika ba
baby akwese bi so ntimi yi wa na be kwa ko yi aba o ntimi
me kwa na me ma bi ka wona me aka na bra no so
wada
Asante no fie kwala body se me no. Hwe.
Asante e boa.
Yes.
Na o ye cream an kasa fiti asase.
Criminology.
Oh, it's be man se munye scan oh. Dia.
Oh, him ayen ku anim.
Matia honorable daily graphic do bokrata ni nie. Mampani John Dramani Mahama da bia na meka mampani nanado asemos e be den afrim hanu kra. Mampani John Dramani Mahama na wode achidwa kasetia xenophobic attacks cause South Africa mine mu enam so ma ebibi man aman bia de hye afemu ahwere wonum kwante se Nigeria na oman Ghana no wakasetia ye papa chese ebraso se bibi man ye betwi South Africa man no anim na ya twe wonum aboso yama won ahu ni se sebe ade tantan ni ye bone no omuye no omumanum na etan yes na bibi man no yetene mu enye sa na ekwo wasense hye no etie na we no Leon na no kwasiada ordinary session ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Government wonu mu hye mu de etoso aduosia nkono na wo mu ko hye mu wo Sierra Leone man mu na Mampani John Dramani Mahama kasa ya wodi sansam tuga daily graphic di mu ntoma bakata so etoso miensa na Ibana headline the Galamsey Wuntumi jailed 20 years. Conviction victory for environmental advocacy groups and also everyone. Oko krata fanya etoso edunsia ewo daily graphic do boko acha imu a wo ba ma ne se be ya double track system no aban betimi atwam na senior high school ni kono ababe se de kane no ne ye kono nwanti cabinet age infrastructure program bi atumu ya sika ye da so be ye $331 million ya eba beboa ma yetimi atre senior high schools infrastructure ni mu na etimi aboa ma double track system no yetimi yide every honmo na sa enhyehyeye star J program no ase ya sa program we World Bank ena wo mukita modindindin osoafo ya wohwe wo mayi humesua so orimiafo Haruna Idrisu ena krata yi chese wode sansemu etudwa enrada ewo dwumadie bia wonum ediye na wonum ehwe se senior high schools ahodo beye ahanu ni edu technical and vocational schools ahodo ewo mayi mu beye wo ha eni aduonum ena afen so no schools ahodo bia keka ho no aban behwe ma wonum nema ahodo bia womo no atimi adi mu agina ne nan so sa dwumadie no ase na osoafo hwe o mayi humesua so kasa ya wodi sansem tudwa na wo chese osoafo ya wo hwe o mayi sikasem eso nyame ya adumu a ya wada media budget review wode bekwa kotudwa wo mrahye mu ya wada bosumi wo mu ne de etoso aduonu miensa na adom kese wo mrahye mu da nofo onimnyamfo Mahama Yarga wono na wode sa ensemu etudwa wachase wode sa wode budget ni kotudwa ya wada wi a ade achi mfia da no a na chese wono mu hyase debate a enesa na wo mu hwe ni mu se memenda mrahye no besan atnase biem mrahye no etnase a wo se wono mu outstanding businesses chese wo mu dwumadia huduro bia esese anka wo mu die na bibi nti wo mu ntimi ndi egu wo mu achitwen wo mu no wo mu betena se memenda nyame ya adomu a na wo mu adi sa adwuma ni nyina wo mu adane eniema huduro bi eni intini sese no ese fitia wada akone de mrahye no adaje ni posokra ya eno ho nsem krata yi wode ho amanebo aba krata fan ya etoso edu enkono ntinu chema wuntumi a enrada court wa hye se yefa ni nkoto afiase emfie duno se ye ma no concession se wontu efoma gudie na wo ma kwan ma enipa bie eba ne concession ni so ma wono mo ye galamsey konko wiase wono de se japade bebre wo samra boy enti no eno na otemuafo agina so ma wa hye se yemfa chairman wuntumi enkoto afiase emfie edu na wasan aboneka kra wo ho wasan aboneka ya krata ide ho amanebo aba achese hyase wo enim ha na akwa wie e wo kratafan ya etoso miense mu nsem ne de doso mampani John Dramani Mahama nso na wo kyese wahin popro ya na wo dabo ya na abukari ya wotoso mienu a wo konse do no ya me ne nipanim ne oman Ghana ya hwera de papa sanse wo yobi a na wo gina ho masomdue wo yobi a wasum wo meyi akwaniasa hudo bebre so wo hwa asomdue enka bomu ne ade a eba mpatem ho no mu a wo yi ya na afiri mu a enya ade a na eyiyi na wode sa ensemwe atudwa na abusua ene delegation ya wonum efri nanton traditional area wonum eboanan eba ne nan so ma womu de babeto nanim se ba ma wuo de na pakan habepeja ya na abukari ya wotoso mienu eye dagbon hene edeko na ehu behia se won ba bebo na mane nti na womu aba ne nan su ya bampani ejina so de sa ensem tudwa nti daily graphic sama hudo bia wode baaye enne honorable.
I don't understand the necessity of pregnancy. Why can't women lay eggs and cover them with blankets until they hatch?
Oh,
she asks.
Nanyin ni sikadi say Yankopon amone sapo. It's just impossible. Nyame amone say nyinse na bebo akofom. Ebebo abaso. So
no de umuha no ne ha no ya obisa say adena anko ye
ache hano
nkosu ato nko ananka de blanket akata so na
sanka apai okay ncha de na pie basoro
adentina sese bokoye omusa
ade ye bisa nyame
so no de oblemu adam
o
I don't know yango de if we brother no one deny now see the case we are going through
they say ye na yakofa case ne ba
and one okay.
They say ne kwakra ne say the wo brade na to yeso ana
pepe na obi no on tias ye say enke oba no nko atungosu ya na the blanket afa ho
kata so ne sanka apai e baba ade be chine be ko na apai akoda fefe
pepe
ne sanka oba kra ni mu kra
no Adam na
Adam
a problem here yes, and this is support no.
We say who kwan Adam kwaji tu mu se Nyankopon fa ye meka ne hunu nsia be kire mu
nko a woti o how die ni ho no obonsama kwa ma o akasa if buy pet no work asa
nti ne kwakra
ne se o woni evening na so bi ni papa
Rade asate boy asmesia uzi obonsam na ekuri ye na mo ye sa no pesa no anope na mo so pesa no
na ebia na
edio ye ho ahomete ye ho ahometi o ye nkro ye nti na mema ne sika no wo ntimi nkata so no ye nkro ya ye nti na mema ne sika no wo ntimi nkata so no enya ye ba ma wonya ne sika obedi na ade obi ante na ye
mo bempe atija
ye na ne cha ne de ejitum ye duma ye ho
ya sante obi enu ha oba ha be interview a okọ frɛ no ebem na konwa ta
Winchester
sister we
I saw him Winchester ne say
da bia no okọ na no wa be ka che
wada
Winchester Adam and Eve
Winchester Adam and Eve ampa
ohima akọ aba boko de okay anopa idea na mo mai
ya no pe mo bibia chi bisa se wa utie ne wa wanya kwanya ehwe no o want to say kwankro ya de ben energy unipadua boso Iron Scientific Natural Hospital bebi a utie nka ne bebi a wo bia no modern asa obetu Omanfm na wabeji ayahwe ewo Iron Scientific Natural Hospital ye okwabinya ACP Roofing Tiles Junction bomodin asa obedi ekire aba na dia etiti wo bia no nyame na me so ebeyi afri wo so and nti bomodin afre numbers 0546 100 100 0546 100 100 and 0533 836195 0533 836195 we ayafo numbers and it is our frey near ye no bedi wa pomudin ho nkomo ayasabia bia no ewo biaya wakwadare wo adwuma nim na oba ya so ye ho a efa bi a yenso ye ya de wo ho pa na akwadare mu pa eye yawo a ewo nipadua mu na ene no mepese ye hwe lower back pain ye ka pain a eye yawo ewo ye nipadua mu nyina ne mom mehwe de egina ye chibremu ye ka yawo a egina ye chibremu ana lower back pain a ya dia a sefem na ya tetesem kane na nka ye mpanifo ya de free bear 60 70 ekono na fe wo pan chi eye wo ya na so sese no na madwuma ye nyina ye yenti no de howning susu asoboni eba ye kan lower back pain na ya wo gina wo sisi de fa wo to ase de fa wo chi na saa ya no eba wo bra sebi was training wo muscles muscle strain se bi adwuma wo ye de bia na meka se wo bedru ba bi no na obi store anim ya twene ma pi abegu ho nipa da sani na sesaba eduho nipa kro no pon a obenyi obi obesa twene ma no akọ inside ni nyina eye mema ene makro ya na edisa adwuma no obi onso adwuma wo ye obetena asesa on sori gise enwumre obi onso a poor posture otena se a omo tete offices no ontena se yie ene mpempi nkonwa a omo te so ye adwuma no so entai nye tie no so affect nipadua no afi wo a wotu kwan akwa akiri na ka woti mu no ni seat ni nye ubedru bia ho na osisi a lock sane o mani nyina de o haw ni sunsu asobone ba yen a yen tantini ya pomu obi ho a wa ba fie wa ba pension 60 65 enso no on time nya adwumaden osori a no wo fie ne mobile phone a etwa eho ahia ene technology nti no amaye mu bebre no yen time nante eno so betumi de wachibremu haw ede abrɛw afenso ye mu bebre mpa ye da so no otompa no be 30 years ni wawo ne manyina wo so awia nkola nyina awie university empa kuro yara eno da so na ebu na konfo akoku no ane eno betumi de yaw abeja usisi nti mattress na woda so ne asesa no na ebeboa ni nyina nkamfu ano se wanyo haw ewo usisi ne oto ase wonti ni mu twetwen ye nipadua no ekitantin redie ene nompe saa ne omene ma nipadua no gina brane enti se wonti mu twetwen a affect nipadua no nyina saa na onompe mu twetwen a eno so affect nipadua no ni senti bomodin asa obetu anamo na waba aya scientific natural hospital eho ene ye wonro edukro gin herbal medicine aye be boa de yi sa wo haw yi nyina de afiri nipadua so na no wo ma bi ba so ye ho no wa chese yaw amana da from be 4 years ye de aduru kan no na ono a sori a okọ na enika kra keke nti abusua wo yaw nti untumi nante ukotodwe ya wo ya wachibremu ya wo ya otu ase twetwen bomodin ase ode beba aya scientific natural hospital wa wadwumenti ubesori na sebi owuntumi ntini wo mu papa obi ho a ni sisi ntino oya achia sa nkrofo ni nyina na yehwe wo kwan se obeba na yenso nyame na miensa so ebeyi sa wo haw no e de afiri wo so nti bomodi anya ya onko a ho adwuma na yehwe ne mum yade bia yade aya wo so ko ankro de wodi akini a wunya no aduro se ye pressure se ye diabetes se ye stroke typhoid fever yade bia stomach ulcer emane mema epa wo a munya ni nyina wo de ba ye behwe eyi afiri ho e de amount bomodi asa wo behwehwe yen ye wo kwa benya ACP roofing tiles junction yen signboard ni say ya asesa no e green eti bomodi asa wo beba no na signboard no I erect gina ho pinti na ye numbers eguso it is a who kwan no abomodi ansa obefa numbers na odiaba 0546 100 100 0546 100 100 and 0533 836195 bomodi ansa obefre yen ebi a bibi na wonte ase ana wapomuden ho nsem bi kire wo so ana se wo de yade atenetena se ana wakọ biaye bi amiaje usika di nso ho antowo a bomodin asa obefre aya scientific natural hospital na yebenya abre ene adaje ene wo edi nkomo hu haw no na fe yegina so aboawo eyo haw no edi afi wo so
obehwe na bi obi asisi said they can osisi achi eya apart from nra mo de be man no bibi foforo ka ho
bibi ka ho pa ye wo physiotherapy e wo ya so ye ho ya wo ba ye to ye bo ase mia wo ye twetwun e ma onipadua ni gina brand because ogu ho ana ni ntini no emu aye stiff obu onso a na ntino emu asisi nti ama moja ntumi ndi afurusane yie nti uba aya scientific natural hospital ye nhwe o ma nkokwa ni mum ye to ye mbo ase emia o mekire physiotherapy exercise ye beboa ma onipadua na gina brand afi ye yoga e wo ya so ye ho ti omu a se bi omu se ni nipadua na e flexible ni ade no ye ni nyina bi e wo ya so ye ho ansakra na ye de aduro aka wa mane a etete wo no afi nipadua so because ye nyina di adanse ye se ye nyumanti ye wo fi a ye ntumi nya exercise ani ye sorry ya ni afa ye nkenten na ye koyi nyuma so na oba aya scientific natural hospital e ho ne ye boa o mountain wapom said ye beye na emoja ebetumi edi wu afurusane yie pa ti ebusua entena ho ma yade endokro ena mfa yade nkitenkete ntena ho eno betumi aye osoko ankro ya woje wo hu baabi a enye ene ya wote se ukotodwom ye oya ene ya wote se wachibremu ye oya ene ya wote se wonfe eye oya na onipadua ne mu dwan wo no ene yi ene sese utu anamontem na wo ba na ye hwew enti no entretena se bomodin asa obefre yen 0546 100 100 and 0533 836195 apomudin no ewo wan kasa wo ho eti so how bi ba onipadua ho a wa na esese utu anamontem na utu anamonso a ubenya ogye e de ama onipadua no enti tu anamon na bra aya scientific natural hospital ewo kwa benya ACP roofing tiles junction ebusuya ye do bibia se
yanso ya da se for coming now you say na be san hia na kopon kan